gotta focus on yourself, on your faith, on your dreams, on your mind, on your health, yeah. You gotta work, never tell, keep your head down, find what you love and excel, yeah.
The newly launched Vivo X Fold 6 is finally here, and after spending more than 300 hours using it as my daily device, it's time to share my real experience. In this video, I'll walk you through 4 key areas that stood out to me and explain the biggest upgrades compared to the previous generation.
A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out our exciting tech content.
Right after taking it out of the box and spending some time with it, the first thing that impressed me wasn't the new color option or the updated software. Instead, it was the displays. Both the inner and outer screens immediately caught my attention, and I can honestly say this is one of the most comfortable foldable displays I've ever used. Everything looks incredibly sharp and easy on the eyes. In fact, I ended up watching almost the entire streaming version of Afina 3 on this display in one sitting. And yes, I'm still watching Afina 3. After checking the hardware specifications, it all made sense. The outer display is the first to feature BOE's latest Q11 luminescent material, while the inner folding display is the first foldable panel to adopt Samsung's M14 material. Both screens deliver an impressive 424 ppi, reach up to 5,000 nits of peak brightness, and can dim all the way down to just 1 nit in dark environments. Both BOE's Q11 and Samsung's M14 technologies greatly extend the lifespan of blue pixels while also reducing overall power consumption. During the past few days of outdoor use, I could clearly notice the difference. Both displays are noticeably brighter than the previous generation, and color shifting is much better controlled. One of the biggest reasons foldable phones have remained my primary devices is because I spend hours every day reading articles and watching videos. Compared to using a traditional slab phone, the larger display simply provides a much more comfortable viewing experience. That's why display quality plays such an important role on a foldable device. The X Fold 5 already offered an excellent screen, but with the X Fold 6, the improvement is immediately noticeable. Another major upgrade comes in the battery department. Vivo has increased the battery capacity from 6,000 mAh to a massive 7,000 mAh, and every version of the X Fold 6 comes with the same 7,000 mAh battery. With my normal daily usage switching between both the inner and outer displays, I consistently get around 6.5 to 7 hours of screen on time. That's without extended gaming sessions or recording videos for long periods. If a foldable phone only has a 5,000 mAh battery, bringing a power bank almost becomes a necessity. With 6,000 mAh, you're still checking the battery percentage before heading out, but with 7,000 mAh, you can simply grab the phone and leave without worrying. It also supports 80-watt wired and 40-watt wireless charging, so topping it up at your desk is incredibly quick. At this point in 2026, it's fair to say battery anxiety on foldable phones is becoming a thing of the past. The larger battery has naturally affected the phone's design as well. The blue hole version, which serves as the signature color of the X Fold 6, features a stylish gradient finish that looks very premium. Compared to the previous X Fold 5, this blue hole version is slightly thicker and heavier, most likely because of the significantly larger battery and the upgraded camera system. The other 2 color options use fiberglass backs, making them both lighter and slimmer than the glass-backed blue hole edition, while keeping the same internal specifications. So if having the lightest possible device matters most to you, those versions are the better choice. Personally, I prefer manufacturers to prioritize complete functionality first, and then optimize the weight and thickness as much as possible, rather than making a thinner device by sacrificing useful features. Now let's talk about what OriginOS 6 brings specifically to the foldable experience. For foldable software optimization, Vivo continues offering practical features such as the split keyboard, parallel app windows, and the ability to quickly switch apps through the bottom taskbar while seamlessly moving between tent mode, tabletop mode, and the outer display. These are all familiar strengths carried over on the Vivo X Fold 6. To make even better use of the large inner display, Vivo has continued refining its interface design. One feature I really enjoyed from last year is Atomic Workbench. You can activate it by swiping inward from the bottom right corner of the screen. Atomic Workbench isn't designed just to display 5 apps at the same time. Instead, it focuses on helping you efficiently manage multiple active applications and their background processes while you're working. For example, when I'm watching the video podcasts I enjoy, I can use AI to ask questions about the content, while Atomic Notes automatically transcribes everything being said. And at the same time, summaries and key points are generated automatically, allowing me to highlight important sections and review them later with ease. Another example is when I'm exercising. I can record my workout progress in one app while watching a training video in another, and at the same time browse food delivery apps to decide what I'm going to eat after the workout. Strangely enough, having everything running together actually gives me even more motivation to finish my training.
A lot of people are using foldable phones for live shopping streams these days, and honestly, this setup works really well for that too. While you're browsing social media or checking customer reviews, you can also keep chatting with your friends about whether an outfit looks good or not, all at the same time. I had always wondered whether Atomic Workbench could work together with split screen mode, and now it finally does. Just swipe up with 3 fingers to enter the new multi-split screen mode. From there, you can drag the divider almost endlessly to adjust the size and layout of each window exactly the way you want. The animations are incredibly fluid, making the whole experience feel seamless. If you tap the 3-dot menu at the top, you can switch into focus mode. This allows the selected app to take up as much of the display as possible, while still making it easy to jump back to your other running apps. I think this is especially useful for productivity. For example, I often keep 2 documents open alongside a Notes app and an AI browser, making it simple to search for information, organize ideas, and pull out important points without interrupting my workflow. Focus mode does a great job of balancing immersive viewing with quick multitasking. Speaking of productivity, Vivo has also introduced 2 new features: AI Document Manager and AI Meeting Assistant. If you're viewing a PDF with a complicated layout, the document can automatically adjust itself to fit the screen more intelligently. During meetings, you can instantly begin recording with the action button, and the phone can generate real-time transcriptions while recognizing different speakers. The latest version of Atomic Workbench, along with the new multi-split screen mode, also introduces plenty of gesture controls. Swiping up with 3 fingers inside Atomic Workbench activates multi-split screen mode. A 5-finger spread switches to focus mode, while pinching back with 5 fingers returns you to the overall multi-window view. You can also press and hold any app, then drag it into position to replace another application. Dragging an app from the top allows it to switch into floating window mode. Even when taking screenshots with a 3-finger swipe down, you can freely choose exactly which section of the screen you want to capture. Overall, the entire interaction system feels extremely smooth and natural. It really makes full use of the large inner screen. Once you get used to this level of multitasking, it almost feels like the inner screen alone isn't enough anymore. So what if you need an even larger workspace? Vivo has already thought about that with its brand new desktop mode. You can launch it using either a wired or wireless connection. Similar to other desktop-style systems, it lets you open up to 5 apps in resizable windows, and the interface feels much more like a traditional desktop environment. One feature I really liked is that WPS automatically switches to its full PC version when you're in desktop mode. I also discovered that if you connect compatible AR glasses, desktop mode works there as well. In that setup, the Foldable's inner display transforms into a large touchpad, while you can type directly through the glasses. Even replying to messages becomes easy. The latest Vivo X Fold 6 also includes a teleconverter adapter case. That's right, it supports the 200mm G2 teleconverter. At first, you might wonder why a foldable phone would even need a teleconverter, but I actually think it brings even greater value to a phone that isn't entirely focused on flagship-level imaging. With the LYT602 sensor, shooting at 200mm focal length becomes a completely different experience, depending on whether you're using the teleconverter. It can make the difference between getting a usable shot or not. The improvement is even more obvious when recording videos. So, in my opinion, having the teleconverter available is definitely better than going without it. Right now, a lot of people, myself included, are paying close attention to wider foldable designs. But after spending a significant amount of time with the Vivo X Fold 6, I think it gets at least 3 major things absolutely right. First, it delivers one of the best display experiences currently available on a foldable phone. Second, instead of chasing the thinnest and lightest design at all costs, it focuses on creating a more balanced overall experience. And finally, it continues refining the software ecosystem and cross-device connectivity, allowing the inner display to become even more useful across different situations. In many ways, these practical improvements are more valuable than simply changing the aspect ratio of the folding screen. That said, I'm still excited to see what the next generation of wider foldable phones will bring. As for pricing, the base version of the Vivo X Fold 6 starts at 7,999 yuan in China, which is roughly £889 in the UK and around $1,177 in the USA. So, that's my review after spending some quality time with the Vivo X Fold 6. Hopefully this video has given you a clear and complete understanding of what this foldable has to offer. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!